I'm back. I'm biased, I'm bothered, and I am always unfiltered. If you are easily offended, this is not the place for you. But you still haven't managed to worthy up. Not to worry, let's get into this mess. We are back with the Browns looking at the cul-de-sac, and Kody says that the family needs to get back together and that he needs exposure to all of the children. I do not like the word exposure and children in the same sentence, especially when it's coming from Kody Brown. Pick a different word. Anyway, Mona is with them, okay? Now we're meeting a new friend, and her name is Tanya Cobbler. So we find out that Tanya Cobbler is a loan officer. Now, this woman is obviously going for an Amy Winehouse look, okay? Now it's not working, but I do respect it because I love myself some Amy Winehouse. Now the family do not believe that they're ever going to be able to afford the houses, and we're finding out that two of these houses are already built. So Tanya is saying to the adults, like she needs them to get all their paperwork, all that crap in order, and that she's going to try and work some kind of magic, right? So we're going back to Tanya's office, but we're talking about the Lehigh house, and Kody says that he didn't believe that he could even afford that, right? And that he had to call Janelle and talk to her about it. No, I believe this is when Janelle had moved out and she wouldn't come back until they had this kind of setup, like this kind of house situation going on. I'm pretty sure that's the timeline. And I do actually think that we get to that like in the book. Anyway, we're seeing some gorgeous throwback pictures of like the kids, like the older kids, like just of the original family. Oh, Kody, you were such an idiot. You know, you had a beautiful family. You are such a gobshite. Anyway, Kody says that having the Lehigh house changed their lives. I thought, well, of course it did. Janelle had left your feckin' arch, you know. Of course it changed your life. Anyway, we're now in the office with Mona Reiki and Tony Cobbler with her like Amy Winehouse hair. And Mona is asking Janelle, when are you gonna have all the shit ready? Now Janelle says that she does have all the paperwork and that they're anxious like to get going on buying these houses. So as we know, Logan is going to graduate pretty soon. Now, Logan, like, he's the first kid of this family, so, like, it's a huge deal. Now, Janelle wants him to be able, like, to pick a bedroom out, like, you know, and to feel like he has somewhere to come back to. And Kody says that he really wants him to stay at home, like, when he attends college. I thought, what the hell happened to this guy? Anyway, we're seeing another fabulous photograph. This is all Janelle's kids. Oh, this must have been taken during the filming, okay? I think that because of Maddie's hair. It's a lovely picture. I love seeing the kids' pictures, and I'm sure they're delighted to have them. So we find out from Tanya Cobbler that from the lender side, Kody and Meri are going to be looked at as a couple, right? Now the other wives are going to be looked at as single mothers. I thought, how the hell did they buy these houses? The TLC, like were they a guarantor or something? Because at this stage, right, Christine, she's not working. Now she has six children. And Robyn, I don't believe she's ever fucking worked, right? She has four kids and 30 grand worth of debt. And Janelle, right? Janelle is not working here and she has six kids. Who the hell gave these people a loan? Feckin' hell. So anyway, Tanya, like according to her, like she'd be able to have an answer about the financing in 2 weeks. So that means that Christine and Janelle could be in their houses within 30 days. Lads, that's not gonna happen. That is not gonna happen. Anyway, we're leaving the office now. I noticed something, right? Because Kody is carrying Solomon and Christine is carrying Truly Maggie Simpson. I thought, does Kody ever take care of the Truly? Now, I know he has done, and I know he nearly killed her, right? And I also know that he traumatized the world trying to teach a child like how to go on our bike. Well, maybe it's for the best that he doesn't actually take care of this child, you know. Anyway, so now we're sitting on the sofa, and Kody is getting very upset now. I mean, very upset because he's worried like that they're not going to get the loan and buy these houses. But the man is showing real emotion, like actual tears are like coming out of this man, right? He's really upset. I want you to bear that in mind. So now we're in Janelle's house, right? And Janelle is writing out a business plan for the gym. Now she's on the phone to somebody because she had already gotten like websites for gym equipment, but she's lost them and now like she needs them again. I thought this is so brown, like it's so brown family, you know. This is supposed to be their business. Anyway, we find out that there was initially an investor and the investor pulled out. Now I wondered why. Like I want to know more about that. Like who was this person and why did he pull out? So because this investor is after pulling out, Janelle is back to the beginning and she's writing out a business plan Oh, now Jeanette says, right, that 7 or 8 months ago, before she started working out, right, she thought that she was grand. But as she's telling us this, we're getting some throwback footage, and they show us like the big huge tray of nachos, like it was still with the tin foil and all on the tray, like in front of Janelle, and Jeanette is eating it. I thought TLC does this woman so fucking dirty, so dirty. Anyway, she says that she wasn't really in a good place because basically, like, she couldn't do anything with the kids. Now, Janelle is real outdoorsy, and like the kids love going for a hike, but just wasn't able to do it with them. And now we're seeing Janelle doing some very fucking geriatric workouts with Trainer Bill. Now, as I'm looking at Janelle with this geriatric workout, I think to myself, they're 1 kilogram weights. Like she's wasting our time. I know that this woman can squat 90 fucking pounds. Get this woman on a rowing machine. Let's build up our car. Trainer Bill, you're crap. You are crap. Oh my goodness. Anyway, Janelle is looking for a gym for people like who are out of shape. I thought this is a terrible idea. This is a terrible business idea, but I'm putting it on Kody, okay? I am because it was his idea initially. Anyway, she says that she's nervous, like about the amount of money that's going to cost to start a gym, and that she's going to talk to the rest of the family with this business plan. This is why I could never be part of a big family, right? I can't. Like, I don't give a crap what anybody else is doing. If I want to do something, I'm doing it, right? That's how that works. I'm not a team player though, but everybody in my life knows that. Anyway, we're in Mary's house and we're having a meeting with the adults, but this is all filmed between the sofa and like Mary's business meeting. So we find out it's going to be $2.25 per square foot. Now they're going to need 10,000 square feet, so it's going to be 22,500. Oh, now Janelle reckons that they're going to need about 1,000 people to become members of this gym. That's not gonna happen, right? But I'm very distracted by Robyn. What the fuck is this woman wearing? And why is she wearing it? Oh my god. She has a hairband on her, like it's a child's hairband, okay? Now of course she has the long sleeves on her that are brown and the short sleeves over it. But the short sleeves over it is like a puffy like jacket. Like it's all the bad choices just thrown together. And then suddenly, right? Kody says that he's not sure where they're going with this. I thought, Kody, this was your feckin' idea. So Kody says that he wants to put the money that they're considering investing in the gym. He wants to put her into like other businesses. And Kody says that he doesn't want to, like the gym to soak up all the profits from whatever the other businesses is. I thought, what the hell is this man talking about? And then Kody says, right, it's just a matter of them selling it to me. I thought, Kody, you're the one that sold it to them. You're the one that got them all excited about it. Now, obviously, Janelle is pissed. And she says, like, why do I have to sell it to you? This is our family plan. We were all on board with it. Like, she doesn't understand what the hell is going on. And then Kody says to Janelle, right, as if I don't have to sell everything to you. I thought, Kody, have you seen the woman's car with the sellotape? Have you seen the woman's bed without a feckin' headboard? And by the way, the same duvet that this woman has in season 4, she had like in season 1. This woman has kept you out of the poorhouse. She's basically kept a roof like over your feckin' head. Like this woman is the sense of the family. Although this idea is crap, right? Janelle is still like the most sensible person in this family. And this man has told her, like, he's gotten her all excited about this idea. But I love this, right? Because as we're having like this real intense meeting, Janelle is just like, yeah, I gotta go. She always just has to pick up the kids. Apparently, she doesn't, right? Because bear in mind, like she allows the youngest kids to stay at home by themselves. And Janelle's kids are the most independent of all the children. Janelle just likes to hightail it out of there. And I completely get it. And then I got really fucking bothered because Kody then says, right, that it was his idea initially. I know it was. I know you're the one that suggested it, Kody. But now he's saying, right, that he doesn't want to put the money into this idea. This would infuriate me, okay? It would infuriate me. And like he's after telling Janelle, he's after bringing her out, looking at properties to have this gym. And now like he's basically saying like that, that she can't have it. I thought, dude, get a plan and stick to it, because you're after getting Janelle's hopes up, and now you're just like crushing her all over again. Anyway, everybody is now leaving the business meeting from Meri's kitchen. Oh, I wanted to know what the hell Robyn was writing in the purple notebook. I really wanted to know that. Anyway, now we're going off to see a doctor. Oh, with Meri and Kody, right? Because they're going to see a doctor about having another baby. And I thought, why the hell are we talking to this doctor? Like, why are they not going to an IVF doctor? This is just like a regular gynecology doctor, you know. This is the doctor like that delivers the babies. We haven't even got the baby in there yet. And of course, we're being reminded of Robyn's insincere as fuck offer to be like a surrogate for Meri. Oh, anyway, we're going in to see the doctor. Now, Mary's getting out of the car with a brace on, right? And she's still limping into the doctor. Now, lads, I'm getting a lot of pushback about the knee situation, but I've actually had my own fucking knee situation. I wrecked my knee when I was training. I wrecked it pretty badly, okay? But I want to draw your attention to something, right? It's Mary's knee brace because now, like, it's just a knee strap. Now, Meri didn't tell her ACL, right? She didn't tear it. And I'll tell you why. Somebody much smarter than me told me in the comments if Meri had actually torn like her ACL, we would have all known about it. And of course we would. Of course the person is right. Because, like, if you remember, right, Meri tells us everything. She even brought us in to have the fucking colonoscopy with her. Do you know what I mean? So we would have been told a torn ACL. Like, I do believe that Meri, like, hurt her knee, but, like, she was just overacting, do you know what I mean? Just probably, like, for a bit of attention, but, like, she's obviously getting bored now, do you know what I mean? Anyway, now we're meeting Dr. Tabassi, okay? And we find out Meri always wanted 8 kids. Now, she said she wanted 8 because her mother had 7 and that Kody's mother had 10. Now, I'll be honest with you, right? I'm surprised she didn't want 11 because we know that Kody and his mother have a very fucking special relationship. I know they have. So I'm surprised that like Meri didn't want to outdo like Granny Janelle. So according to Meri, right, this is just heartbreaking. These two got married in April, and Meri says like that she didn't want to get pregnant like on a honeymoon, and that she wanted to like get pregnant and be able to say on Father's Day, like be able to tell Kody on Father's Day that she was pregnant. Oh, but like it just didn't happen. And like after a year, she still like she wasn't pregnant. So then she says like that they started to read fertility books. I've no idea about any of that. Maybe like it's different positions or something. I don't know. But anyway, like then they brought Janelle into the family. And of course, like Janelle gets pregnant and that was really difficult for Meri. Like of course it was. Do you know what I mean? Like because Janelle is having a baby like with Kody and like Meri wants to have a baby like and she can't. But Mary also says that this is when like her anger issues started, which we will find out more about in the book. So the month before Logan was born, Christine and Kody got married. And 1 month after Kody and Christine were married, Christine gets pregnant. I thought no wonder this woman is such an insufferable bitch, you know. Like no wonder it's not so fucking messed up. So Mary says something now. I found this so interesting. Because Mary says that when Janelle like had the baby, like she was putting all of this work like into Logan, like basically like she couldn't do anything without the baby. And Mary says like it got her thinking, yeah, maybe I'm okay with this. Like maybe I'm okay like with not having any kids. Cause she was looking at Janelle all stressed out to bits, right? Now don't forget, Kody brought this woman out like to pick a truck out the day after this child was born. Mary was probably thinking like, nah, I'm grand, like I'm not down for any of that shenanigans, you know? So anyway, Mary tells Kody, like, I'm not sure about having a baby. And I'm thinking grand, like grand, that's how she feels. But rather than Kody just saying, okay, I don't care, like, I love you anyway, Kody is saying to her, like, don't give up. I thought, feckin' hell, Kody. Now, Kody also thinks that, like, it might have been difficult for them because they were so, like, invested in, like, trying to get pregnant. And that could have been causing the difficulty. So, according to him, right, they just stopped trying and basically they just got pregnant. Now he thinks it's because like they stop putting pressure on themselves. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. Anyway, after Mary had Leon, she thought like it would be easy like to have more kids, and it wasn't. Like they tried, but it just didn't happen for them, you know. And when Leon was 12, Mary just suddenly got pregnant again. And when they went to the doctor, this is heartbreaking, lads, all right? Because then she found out like that the pregnancy wasn't viable. Like this is just so heartbreaking. And Mary is telling us this, but she's so emotional. Like the woman is in floods of tears, like telling us this. I wanted to reach through the screen and just like put my arms around her, you know. Now Kody is pretending to be emotional. He's not. Now do you remember I told you to bear in mind how he looked when he was talking about the houses? There's not a feckin' tear in this man's eye. I thought, Kody, put your arms around this woman, you know. Like her heart is broken there. Oh, anyway, Dr. Tabasi basically tells him, lad, you need to go and see a fertility specialist. I could have told him that, and I don't know anything about this shite, But after all of that sadness, I will say I was very happy to see the skin band. It's getting bigger, it's shiny, and it looks glorious. I'm the skin band's biggest fan. I love it. I love it so much. Anyway, now we're going to a place called Red Rock Fertility Centre and we're meeting Dr. Littman. Now, Dr. Littman says, it looks like you've been trying like for a long time to get pregnant. But I thought that this was very interesting, okay? Because Kody says, we haven't been trying real hard. I thought, feckin' hell. So, like, I believe that they weren't even banging here, but I just thought that that was interesting. So, Dr. Littman, like, is saying, she's asking, like, how often are you banging? And for some reason, Meri's getting really embarrassed. I thought, Meri, she's going to be knuckles deep in you, and in a few minutes, But Meri apparently is very shocked by this question. I thought, what the fuck, Meri? Like, obviously, like, she's gonna ask that. I don't understand this way of thinking. So Dr. Littman is explaining like everything got to do with infertility and like the tablets and like how everything works. And of course, like Kody, like he's such a know-it-all. Now the doctor is saying like that you have to take the tablets and then they take the eggs. And Kody says, and at that point would you fertilize the eggs? I thought, well, she's hardly gonna fucking fry them, Kody. Like obviously that's when she's gonna fertilize them. And then because he has to be like such a know-it-all, he says, so it's like a test tube fertilization. And the doctor says, no, it's done in a petri dish. And I love that. Now, I wouldn't have known that either, but I was delighted that he was wrong. So Dr. Littman has explained like the whole process to Meri and Kody. Like we've gone to see the other doctor, like the gynecologist, and now Meri says that she wants to get another feckin' opinion. I thought this woman doesn't want to have another baby because like time is ticking. Like she's after seeing like Dr. Littman, like the fertility specialist. She's after seeing the other like gynecologist, delivery baby doctor. Like, do you know what I mean? She's not interested. And Kody has given us some very deep words. Now he reckons that you regret the things that you don't do more than you regret the mistakes that you make. I thought modern day Kody, watch this episode and take your own fucking advice. Now, Cody reckons that when they're old or dying, that they would regret not having another baby or trying to have another baby. Now Meri says this, right? She says that she'd love another baby, but basically like she doesn't want to go through all the IVF crap. Like if it happens naturally, great, okay? But I'm thinking if it happens naturally, it's going to be a fucking miracle. Because like I don't believe these two are even banging. But I was wondering how different things like would it be if they had got ahead like with another baby like because we wouldn't have got like Samuel Jacob Cooper. Like it would have been just so different. Oh, can you imagine? Anyway, this is our recap, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day.